Stop everything for a moment and really listen, because what I'm about to reveal is one of the biggest money-saving secrets UK pensioners need to hear in 2025. If you are a pensioner still paying full council tax right now, you could be losing thousands of pounds every single year. Yes, thousands. Money that should be staying in your pocket. Money you have earned. Money that councils will happily keep taking unless you take action today. Because here's the shocking truth they will never tell you. There are brand new 2025 rules, hidden entitlements, updated government thresholds and legal loopholes that can slash your council tax bill by up to 100%, not 10%, not 20%, a full 100%, bringing your bill down to zero. And here's what's even more unbelievable. 8 out of 10 pensioners who qualify do not even know these reductions exist. While you're watching this right now, your neighbor could already be paying nothing, absolutely nothing, while you're stuck paying a bill that keeps rising every year. This isn't about long paperwork, hours on the phone, or confusing legal forms. These are simple steps, easy checks, and quick online applications that can save you £1,500, £2,000, even £3,000 every single year. And because these changes began in early 2025, you can even claim backdated refunds worth hundreds or even thousands of pounds. But only if you take action now. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through every single benefit, discount, exemption, and hidden rule you need to know. The little-known pensioner loophole that financial advisors charge hundreds to reveal. The expanded disability exemptions. The overlooked single-person discounts. The new severe mental impairment expansion. And the council tax banding errors that could put thousands of pounds back into your bank account. This is the information the councils never advertise. Because the truth is simple. The fewer people who claim these reductions, the more money local authorities get to keep. That's the system. Welcome to Pensioners Power, your trusted source for everything you need to know about pensions, retirement planning, and financial wellness. Here, we cover the latest news, expert insights, and essential updates to help you maximize your retirement years. Whether it's understanding pension schemes, making the most of your savings, or staying informed about financial changes, you're in the right place. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. Let's begin with the biggest, most important reduction of all. Council tax reduction, often called CTR. Many pensioners still know it by its old name, council tax benefit, before the government changed it to something less obvious. This one benefit alone can reduce your bill by up to 100% if you're a pensioner on a low income. And yes, your state pension counts as a low income. Many pensioners wrongly believe they earn too much to qualify. They don't. The 2025 rules have expanded thresholds, making the system far more generous. Here's the truth. Thousands of pensioners who were rejected before now qualify under the new rules. But the council won't send you a letter saying, "Congratulations, you now qualify." They will stay quiet. You must apply yourself, and the sooner you apply, the more you save. Some councils even offer limited backdating, which means you may recover some of the money you've already paid. But understanding CTR starts with understanding how your income is assessed. Councils don't simply look at your bank balance and say yes or no. They consider your essential living costs. They ignore certain forms of income. They apply personal allowances and income disregards designed to protect pensioners. If you live alone, if you have disabilities, if you receive pension credit, if you have modest savings under the threshold, your reduction increases dramatically. Let me give you a real example to show you how powerful this is. Margaret, a 73-year-old pensioner living in a Band C property in the Midlands, believed she would never qualify. She owns her home outright. She had £15,000 in savings. She assumed that meant she wasn't eligible for anything. She was wrong. Very wrong. After going through her income properly, including the fact that she lived alone and only had her state pension plus a small amount of pension credit, she qualified for an 85% reduction. That saved her nearly £1,500 a year. Money that now goes toward heating, groceries, and actually enjoying her retirement instead of constantly worrying about bills. And that brings us to another benefit thousands of pensioners simply don't know about. The single-person discount. If you live alone, you are legally entitled to a 25% reduction. And this discount stacks on top of the council tax reduction, meaning you can combine them for even bigger savings. But here's the heartbreaking truth. Many widows and widowers never apply for this discount. They assume the council knows they live alone. The council doesn't check. They only apply it if you ask. I've spoken to people who lived alone for 10 or even 20 years and never claimed the single-person discount. They lost thousands of pounds because nobody told them it existed. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest changes for 2025. The expansion of the severe mental impairment exemption. This is life-changing for thousands of families. If you or someone living with you has dementia, Alzheimer's, serious cognitive impairment, severe depression, or any medically recognized condition that affects mental functioning, you may be entitled to a complete exemption. And the rules in 2025 have been simplified. Instead of endless doctor's letters and repeat assessments, evidence of attendance allowance or certain disability benefits is now often enough to qualify. This exemption is not means tested. It doesn't matter how much you earn, own, or have in savings. If you meet the medical criteria, you qualify. I worked with a couple, John and Patricia, both in their late 70s. Patricia was diagnosed with early-stage dementia, and they were drowning in care costs. They were paying over £200 a month in council tax, a huge amount for their limited income. Nobody told them about the SMI exemption. Not their GP. Not their social worker. Not the council. When they applied, they were approved for a full exemption and received a backdated refund of £1,200. That refund arrived at a time when they were struggling to make home adaptations for Patricia. It made all the difference. But even this is just the beginning. Because another secret cost-saving opportunity lies in your council tax band. Every home in the UK sits in a band from A to H. But here is the dirty secret the government rarely talks about. When properties were banded in 1991, the process was rushed. Assessors drove past houses, made instant decisions, and moved on. Thousands of properties were banded incorrectly. If your home is in the wrong band, you've been overpaying for years, possibly decades. And you can challenge that band. If your neighbors in similar properties are in a lower band, that's a sign. If your home has changed in value in a way that wasn't reflected in the original assessment, that's another sign. And if your challenge succeeds, your bill decreases immediately, and you may receive refunds going back to the day you moved in. That could be thousands or even tens of thousands of pounds. Now let's talk about disability-related reductions. If your home has been adapted for someone with disabilities, a wheelchair-accessible bathroom, a stair lift, wider doorways, or a dedicated care room, you may qualify for a reduction that lowers your bill by the equivalent of one full tax band. Again, this is not means tested. It doesn't matter if you have money in the bank. If your home was adapted for disability needs, you can qualify. And in 2025, councils must process these claims faster, removing the long delays that previously discouraged people from applying. Caring pensioners also have special protections. If you care for a disabled adult child or relative living with you, additional reductions may apply. Some councils also offer discretionary reductions for pensioners facing exceptional financial hardship, and these can be significant. But again, councils rarely advertise them. You must ask. One of the biggest barriers that stops pensioners from applying for these reductions is fear. Fear of doing the forms wrong. Fear of accidentally claiming something they don't qualify for. Fear of being investigated. Let me make this absolutely clear. Claiming a reduction or exemption you are legally entitled to is not fraud. Not applying for it simply means you're giving the council money you shouldn't be paying. There is also the issue of pension credit, which is crucial for 2025. If you receive pension credit, especially the guarantee credit portion, the door swings wide open for maximum council tax reduction. Many pensioners who once thought they earned too much now qualify because the government quietly increased the income thresholds. Pension credit can lead to full CTR reductions in heating costs, free TV licenses for pensioners over 75 and other powerful benefits. Yet more than 800,000 eligible pensioners still don't claim it. If you've recently lost a partner, your council tax situation may have changed. If you're now living alone, you qualify for the single-person discount. If your income dropped because you lost part of your partner's pension, you must reapply for CTER. Many pensioners overpay for years because they never update the council about changes in their circumstances. Backdating is another important factor. Most councils will only backdate council tax reduction for a maximum of 3 months, unless you can prove the council made a mistake or did not inform you properly. But I've seen cases where pensioners received multi-year refunds after challenging incorrect bandings or proving the council mishandled their claim. Do not assume the council is right. Check everything. So here is what you must do as soon as this video ends. Find your most recent council tax bill. Read it carefully. Check your band. Check whether any discounts are already being applied. Visit your council's website and look for the section on reductions and exemptions. Gather your pension and savings information and apply immediately for the reductions you qualify for, because every month you wait is money you cannot get back. Thank you for watching Pensioners Power. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next video